Hey, Mike with D2D Millionaire here. And are you being a sales robot while you're selling door to door? One thing that happens a lot with sales reps is they get into the wrong habits, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. And that's one thing that hinders a lot of sales reps is they become a sales robot and they do the same thing every time. Now, of course, you want to have a general outline that follows the proven format for success every time, but you want to make your initial greeting, your approach, everything about your sales pitch unique to each person. People love feeling important, right? So when you're approaching your prospect, the more you can customize and make your sales pitch unique, the more genuine you're going to come across and the more likely that they're going to want to do business with you. One of the highest compliments you can get while selling door to door is coming off as a messenger of good news and not just as someone that's there trying to sell them something. So the more you can position yourself as being unique and not just a sales robot, the more likely someone is going to do business with you. So an example is you don't really want to come off as scripted as you're presenting your offer with prospects while you're selling door to door. So an example of how to make yourself unique and not be a sales robot is going to be coming across and using a different initial greeting and a different icebreaker with each potential customer. Now, when you're new, this can certainly be a little bit challenging, right? You might have 2 or 3 icebreakers that you typically use, but the more that you can customize it and make it unique to that individual person that you're talking to, the better results that you're going to get. So, maybe you play a game with yourself where you try and go the entire day and using a different initial greeting with each person. It's going to keep you on your toes. It's going to improve your conversation skills. And like I said, the more unique you can make it, the better results that you're going to get. Now, one way that you can avoid being this sales robot is going to be talking about common concerns with your business, right? So I don't care what it is that you market, you're going to have typical concerns that your potential customers are going to have, right? So for example, let's say you market pest control. You're probably going to hear things like, I'm not seeing pests, or I do my own pest control, or why would I need a year-long service? Like, why would I need pest control in the winter? Different things like that, right? So you're going to hear typical things on an ongoing basis. So if you can address one of those concerns, it does a couple things. One, it can help prevent you getting that concern later on, and it also can lead to having you gather more information and that's relevant to the potential customer. So whether they are experiencing that concern or they're not, you can overcome that. But then again, it also gives you a unique way to really approach and talk to each person. So in your business, whatever it is you're promoting, you probably have 4 to 7 or 8 different things that you hear on a regular basis. So you could switch out a different one with each potential customer based on some observations that you have as you're approaching the home. You're going to have a better idea of what one you probably want to go with, right? So if it's a newer home in a nicer neighborhood, you might talk about something like, hey, I bet you're probably not seeing pests right now, but that's exactly why we're here. If you had pests already, you would have called us and be paying more for getting rid of something, an infestation that you have, rather than setting up a proactive approach. And that's what we're here talking about today. So that could be an example, right? So you're customizing it for the person that you're talking to based on your observations of the home, the neighborhood that you're in, different things like that. And again, what happens with a lot of sales reps is they become that sales robot and they start blaming things that aren't really the reason why they're not getting results, right? They aren't improving after every single door. They're saying the same thing every time. They start to blame the neighborhood, that people here don't buy our products, or this, no one in this city likes what we have, or it's too expensive for this neighborhood, so we're not making sales, different things like that, right? And so one thing that you can do, again, to avoid becoming a sales robot and getting better all the time is in between each door, after talking to each prospect, focus on replaying that event in your mind and thinking about, what did I do that worked well and what could I do different to improve my results. And that's one thing that happens with sales reps is they kind of get in that rut. They become a creature of habit and do the same thing even though it's not working. So if you can focus on improving between each door and again keeping what worked but changing up and improving on what didn't, you're going to go through your learning curve a lot faster. It's going to help you get better results quicker, and then again you're not going to fall into that rut of being a robot with something that doesn't work. So again, hopefully you guys got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And then if you are in door-to-door sales or marketing door-to-door, be sure to head on over to d2dmillionaire.com and enter your name and email for access to our free podcast training on how to avoid the 5 most common reasons why sales reps fail in door-to-door sales. So again, if you're struggling, not making the income you want, or again, maybe you just want this year to be your best year yet, be sure to head on over to d2dmillionaire.com and fill out that form for access to that free training. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you more soon.